Now that we're really starting to get into some of the coding with lists and using recursion, I need to let you know about some other useful functions. The first set I want to describe to you is the predicate functions. We have four, and there's more, but the four basic ones that you're going to use here, especially the first one, which is the null and notice the question mark, so you know that's going to return a true or false, and it's going to check to see if a list is empty. This one's used a lot in recursive functions, basically in every one of them, because that's going to be our base case. If we haven't found something, the list is empty, then we return false. The next one is list, and that just checks to see if S is a list. We have equal to see if two lists are entirely equal. And then we have equal, EQ, with a question mark, and that's going to test the elements or the atoms within a list. We would have to use a card in order to extract the elements. Here's another set of just basic list functions. First, list itself with no question mark. Think of it as conversion. It's going to make a list of its arguments. Append is another function that's really interesting because it concatenates two lists. The append takes any number of arguments, which is different and a little unique, so be careful, and append constructs a new list. The last one's very simple with the length. Eval evaluates and returns the length of the list, and you'll notice all the little examples that I have below. There are a few from the ones below that I do want to talk about. First one is the length one on the left hand side. You'll notice that if we have an inner list a part of a major list, notice the length is still going to return 3. And the reason why is, remember how the overall structure is going to go. Every time we do a CDR, it just does the flat portion of the list, top portion of the list. The other one on the right hand side I want to show you is the append. There's two of them. It's the second one first, is where we have the AB, and then we have an internal X to a XY list. Notice they did become one list, but notice X still is internal, or an inner list. The other one I want to describe for you real quickly is the append, the fourth one down. We have 3 different lists, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, there was something to mention about you can have any number of arguments. Well, that's true, and notice it all flattens out the entire list.